So now I will start with 6.1. So from here I'm going to start activity 2. Look at the following example stress. Try to find out the pattern in them and make a definition stress for yourself. One pattern we need to find and we need to make a definition by ourselves. Okay, we need to find the pattern and we need to make a definition by ourselves. Meena needs fees for her higher education. Okay, Meena, she is a girl. She needs a fees. She needs a fees for her higher education. Okay, Meena needs a fees for her higher education. Okay, Meena, she is a girl. She needs a fees for her higher education. But her father has less money than the required. Here it is what is happening. Meena needs a fees. Meena needs fees for her higher education, but her father has less money than the required, and he feels very stressed. Okay, again, Meena needs a fees for her higher education, but her father has less money than the required, and he feels very stressed. Now, what Meena? Meena needs a fees for her higher education. So she, first of all, Meena, she is a girl. She needs a fees for her higher education, which means after 12th standard, she but her father has very less money than the required, and he feels very stressed. Okay, what do you mean by that? And obviously, just imagine if you doesn't have fees and there is a very basic necessity, you will also feel stressed. Rashid is late for an appointment and he's stuck up in a traffic jam. So another boy, another case, Rashid, and Rashid stuck up in a traffic jam and he's stressed about reaching on time. It's also a stress. Parminder is supposed to make a model of science when and the science model are not working. In the three scenario, in case of Meena, uh, she is emotional. Her father doesn't have money. She is in stress. In case of Rashid was stuck up in a traffic. It is a situation stress. Parminder is supposed to make a model. It's according. So second and third is a situation stress. First, if I talk about first, this is a long term stress. Okay, requirement stress. So now till now you have understood, like humans we have different types of stress we have. Now the word stress is derived from the Latin word stringy. So the stress word is defined from the Latin word stringy, means to be down tight. So the word which is derived from Latin word, okay, stringy. The word is derived from the Latin word stringy, means to be drawn tight. According to the Richard Lazarus, the word stress is derived from the Latin word. So where this word came, the word is came from Latin word stringy, and stringy means nothing but to be drawn tight. Okay, and according to Richard Lazarus, he said that stress is a feeling experienced when an individual feels that the demands exceed the personal and social resources an individual able to mobilize. So Richard Lazarus is saying that first they are explaining where this word came from. This word came from Latin, and Richard Lazarus is defining the stress. Stress is something, it is one kind of feeling experienced by any individual in this planet when the resources are exceed, the resources are over. So then he will able to mobilize himself for getting those resources. Like we all are living in India, we are using resources, and if the resources is over, so we will be in the stress, and we will able to mobilize to get those resources. Okay. In the example given in activity, in the example given in activity, Mina's education needs much more money than she is able to mobilize. In the example, in the examples given in activity, in the example which are given in activity, in the example which are given in activity, Mina's education needs much more money than she is able to mobilize. Rashid needs more time to reach the destination, but he has only 5 minutes, making Parminder model needs a level of expertise beyond her capability. So here they are explaining now. If you see the activity example, activity what we have done in Mina's needs money for her education, and then she is able to mobilize. Rashid needs more time to reach the destination, but he has only 5 minutes, making Parminder Molan needs a level of beyond her capacity. And thus, in each case, the demand of the situation is much greater than the resources the person is able to mobilize. So, here, according to the situation, we demand, and when the demand is higher, then you have to mobilize. Okay, when demand, like right now you are sitting and you are listening this video, your demand is what, beta? Your demand is you have to complete this chapter. That is your demand. Okay, you have to complete this chapter. That is your demand, and you have a capacity, you have an ability to do that if you will sit and listen. Okay, so you have to mobilize yourself to complete that. In medical terms, stress is described as a stress is described as a physical and stress is described as a physical and psychological reaction that may lead to illness. Okay, stress is described as a physical and psychological reaction that may lead to illness. Stress is described as a physical and psychological illness. Stress is described as a physical and psychological reaction. Okay, stress is described. Stress describe a physical and psychological reaction that may lead to illness. That may lead to illness. If if you are able to react physically and psychologically, mentally, okay, and that it may lead to illness. According to the Indian philosophy, our desire, our desire and involvement, our desire and involvement in material world are the cause of our stress, which leads to clash. So Indian philosophy are saying that whatever desire we have and our desire and involvement in this material world are the main cause of stress which leads to clash. Indian philosophy says that why the humans are in stress, whatever desire you have towards this material world, that is the main cause of stress. Okay, I have a desire to purchase a bungalow, I have a desire to have a money. So this is the main reason of stress. And there are 5 types of clash. You have clash of avidya, ignorance, asmita, ego, raga, attraction, dvesha, repulsion, and abhivisha, lust for life. Out of this, avidya is the base of remaining 4. We must seek realistic knowledge. We must seek realistic knowledge to be free from avidya. So Indian philosophy says that what is the main cause of stress? Why you are feeling stress? What is the main cause behind it? The main cause behind your stress is nothing but your ignorance and your cause of material, like what kind of desire you have towards this material world. Like I have a desire, I want to open my school, I have a desire, I want to do that, so I will have a job. So it will, if I will not achieve that, then definitely I will be in the stress. Now in Sanskrit, they are not only talking about mental health as arogya, but it is explained as swasthya. So in Sanskrit, they are not talking about mental health; they are explaining about the swasth. Let us see the different scenario. The Jai is preparing from now difference. The Jai is preparing for semester exam, and he has moderate amount of stress. The Jai is preparing for this, and he has moderate amount of stress, and so he studies hard and give his best in his exam. And give his best in his exam. Give his best in his exam. So here, what is happening? There is a one boy. He is preparing for semester exam, and he has a stress. So he studies hard to give best in his exam, and at the same time, Spora is under the exam stress. There is another girl. She is under the exam stress for the exam, and she wants to be topper. So in spite of studying well, she panics and she goes blank while writing the paper. And another case, Azir does not have any stress for his exam, and he bunks his classes while thinking that he can prepare himself in the last minute. But when he appeared to the exam, he's not able to do that. So there are three types of people out there. The and there are three cases they had given to us to understand about the stress. They had said that there is a one semester exam. The one person have a little bit moderate stress, so he's prepared well and he will do well in the exam. Another girl who she wants to be a topper in the exam, and because of so much stress, she goes blank in the exam. Another boy, he doesn't have any kind of stress. He thinks that while the time of exam I will do well, but at the time of exam he is not doing well. Everybody deals with stress in his own way, depending upon the genetic predisposition and environmental condition. Each and every individual in this world are tackled with the stress in his own way, according to the genetic, which is family related, or the environmental condition. Stress works just like a key operated toy. If the key is wound too much, the arrangement would break. At the same time, it would wound too less, the toy won't work. So similarly, when stress exceeds a limit, if it is let deteriorate the performance. Only under moderate stress we can achieve optimal performance, and this phenomena can be explained with the help of following diagram. Okay, so they want to explain us that the more stress is not good, less stress is also not good. If you are not taking it, then also not good. So even in moderate stress, you will perform better. Okay, and if you doesn't have the stress, then also your performance will be decreased very badly, and that is the one of the worst case you have till now. Okay, so I'm stopping here. We will going to learn the types of stress in the next video. Thanks for listening, everyone.